Hey Eagle fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Philadelphia Eagles Now, and today we're going to get to a little bit of news and then answer as many mailbag questions as we possibly can. We got a bunch of mailbag questions here you guys submitted on our official Philadelphia Eagles Now YouTube channel. First, though, the news, you probably saw it. It happened just the other day. Andre Dillard officially is done for the NFL season with a bicep tear, and of course, even though a bicep tear sounds like, well, it can eventually heal, no, this is a season-ending injury. He will miss the entire 2020 campaign, which of course sparks a lot of changes and speculation and problems right now on the Eagles offensive line because Dillard was going to be the starting left tackle in Philadelphia. That's why they drafted him in the first round a couple of years ago. And now this whole, Jason Peters signing a couple of weeks ago to play right guard now turns into one of the smartest moves the Eagles did this entire offseason because Peters now moves back to his natural position on the left side of the football field. More on that in a second. Here is what Bleeding Green Nation, who was at the Eagles practice when the injury occurred, had to say in terms of what exactly happened with Andre Dillard. Quote, Dillard held his hand/arm in pain after going up against Josh Sweat in one-on-ones. Dillard was squatting and kneeling for a bit off the side as trainers examined him. Dillard left the field and did not return to practice. We reported on this a couple of days ago, and it was like, okay, Dillard is out with an injury. What's it going to be? Who knows? Could it be lower body, upper body? And now I guess it is official. So your O-line is going to look like this more than likely once everyone returns and is 100% healthy because Lane Johnson's been out from day to day. They've kind of swapped in Jason Peters. He hasn't really been practicing with the starting 5 and 11 on 11s due to another injury. But once they're all healthy, it'll be Peters at left tackle, Manuel at left guard, Kelsey at the center position. They will probably have either Matt Pryor or Jack Driscoll be the right guard. I'm saying Pryor right now because he has more veteran snaps. And of course, at right tackle, we'll go ahead and be Lane Johnson. So that's what it's going to be. There is no speculation here. There is no, are they going to go sign somebody? Could they put somebody? No, it's very simple. Peters is going to play left tackle. And they'll have Jordan Mailata as the backup left tackle. They have Prince Tega Winogo, probably going to be a practice squad guy who could be called up. And they're going to play a mixture of either Pryor, if he plays well. If he doesn't, Jack Driscoll at right guard. It's that simple. So is it a massive blow? It's a blow to more of the future of the Eagles because they wanted to have a left tackle for the next 10 years, and maybe Dillard's not that guy. But for the immediate 2020 season, to me, this is not a massive, massive thing because they went out and signed, even though he's old and even though he gets injured a lot, Jason Peters, and that apparently was the right move because now he fills in at left tackle. Let me know what you guys think. Give me your one-word reaction to the Andre Dillard injury. There's a pinned comment I got set up down below me. Go ahead and scroll down to the first comment, the one that we put out. Give me a one-word reaction to the Andre Dillard injury. All right, moving on. Here we go. Let's get some mailbag questions now. Eagle Season says, if you could sign anyone in free agency, who would it be? This question gets a little bit annoying only because the Eagles are done signing people. Like, the Eagles are not going to go out and make a big splash, and yet there are still people they technically could go sign. I mean, the list is long. Clowney, Thomas, Logan Ryan, Devontae Freeman, Clay Matthews, Nigel Bradham. You look at that list, the most likely person, instead of who I want them to, the most likely one is a Devontae Freeman if they felt they needed some depth at running back, which they don't. If I could have anybody on this list, it'd be Clowney, obviously, because he's the best player on this list, and a pass rusher in Philadelphia would be very, very good, but it's just not likely. It's just not going to happen. There's just no indication Philadelphia is ready to go out and make a move. And even if they have another major injury at a position, they still might not make a move because they're very happy with the depth that they have right now. Philadelphia, in a lot of key areas, has some pretty darn good depth that they're excited about. We obviously just talked about it on the O-line with Peters being the backup, and then, we're taking Winogo and Driscoll and Pryor. They get a lot of options there at depth. And so I guess Clowney, but I don't see any of these happening. Is there one that you would want them to sign? Like which one would you pick? Let me just flip the question on you guys. Which free agent would you want the Eagles to sign? I know we all want a good one. I just don't see it being likely. But let me know what you guys think down below. Of course, if they were to make a move, and, we'll always have... I've been wrong before, and maybe they go out and make a move before the start of the season. I still think highly unlikely, but they still might. And if they do, we'll cover it here on Philadelphia Eagles Now, so go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you guys are always subscribers because we do the latest and greatest Eagles stuff here right on Philadelphia Eagles Now. Fly Eagles Fly says, how is Miles Sanders' injury? He's week to week, but should be good to go for week 1, so it's not a major issue. It's more of a precautionary thing to hold him out of practice. He's obviously working out on the side. He's been seen at practice. He's not MIA. He's not missing. He's definitely there. He's just not getting contacted in 11-on-11 drills and live tackling. He's going to be absolutely fine. They've been working, obviously, the other running backs at that spot, Elijah Holyfield, Scott when he's been healthy, Corey Clement. They're very excited about their backup running backs this year, so don't be worried about it. He's going to be fine. He's going to be good to go for week 1. That's what we are continuing to be told. Also, before we keep going, Eagle jerseys are all on sale right now for 20% off. So they're like $80, which is way down from the original $99.99 price, I should say, that you would see at chatsports.com/Eagles jerseys. They got the Miles Sanders one. If you like Miles Sanders, to pick up your Miles Sanders jersey. They got Carson Wentz, Zach Ertz. The majority of all the Eagle players, at least the stars, are all there on sale with official NFL Nike jerseys. Chatsports.com/Eagles jersey. Link down below in the description box. Let's see here. So Rod says, would the Eagles consider signing a safety? Do you mean Earl Thomas? Because you probably mean Earl Thomas, right? I mean, that's what everyone wants to know. Are the Eagles to go sign Earl Thomas? No, there's no indication the Eagles are going to go sign Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas might not even get signed. He's a great player, and you see the stats on your screen right now, but he has been an absolute nightmare of a teammate. And look at this. Steeler Depot, which is a website that covers the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is random that I'm bringing it up, but they had a great write-up on what Earl Thomas did with the Ravens to go ahead and get cut. Listen to this. Is this someone you want on Philadelphia? Quote, the Ravens did not release Thomas because of one incident. However, nor simply one aggressive incident with a teammate. Early last season, he got into it with nose tackle Brandon Williams, feeling as though the latter should have been played in a game in which he didn't. According to the articles linked above, blows were avoided due to intervention by those around. Okay, so that's as early as last year. This is an ongoing thing. Look at it later. That skipping meetings, he did inform the team that he would be by taking the entire bye week off and skip team meetings in the process. Among other issues, led to a pattern of behavior resulted in Baltimore deciding to have Thomas on the field simply wasn't worth it anymore. This is not a one-time, oh, he punched a teammate, he's done, because that happens in training camp. People, get pissed off. They punch each other in the mouth because people can be annoying and they're at practice every single day. This goes back as at least last year, a lot of incidents, and if you look at his career overall, disgruntled from Seattle and cut, and then obviously disgruntled from the Ravens and cut. The Dallas Cowboys didn't even sign him, and the Cowboys love Earl Thomas. They still have not signed him. There's a reason. He's a toxic player. You don't want him in your locker room. I would say absolutely not. The Eagles should not consider signing a safety. Plus, Jalen Mills has looked very good in camp so far, and I'm very confident in Jalen Mills filling the shoes of Malcolm Jenkins. Do not sign Earl Thomas. I would not do it. If you want them to, though, give this video a thumbs up. I'm saying no, but if you say yes, you think I'm crazy, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know down below. Let's see. Braggadocious says, favorite coaching staff ad from the offseason. I think Juan Manuel is probably my favorite coaching ad from this season. You probably don't even recognize the name, or you might recognize the name because he's a former player, but you don't remember the Eagles actually getting him. He's a journeyman cornerback in this National Football League. He played for 6 teams throughout his entire career. He wasn't a great cornerback, but sometimes the not-so-great players make good coaches. That's Doug Peterson, who was Brett Favre's backup for a long time in Green Bay. Juan played for Jim Schwartz in Detroit his final year, so he knows the Jim Schwartz defense. I think this is a great addition to the defensive back coach places. A guy also who knows Darius Slay. I think he's going to really improve the secondary. Juan Manuel is probably my pick for favorite coach this offseason. Eagle fan for life. There are so many rumors about J.J. Arcega-Whiteside getting traded to the Packers for Jamal Williams. There are? This is news to me. There are not so many rumors. Let me just say that again. Okay, rumors are interesting because just because one blogger writes that the Eagles should trade somebody doesn't mean that there are actual rumors the Eagles will trade somebody. So I'll say this. There are no actual legitimate rumors that Whiteside would be traded. Plus, I don't even know if I do this move. I mean, do you want Jamal Williams? Like, is Jamal Williams this super saver of a back that you have to have that you can't get out of Boston Scott, Corey Clement, or Elijah Holyfield? Plus, I think J.J. Arcega-Whiteside looks really good so far in training camp. People say he looks completely different from year 1 to year 2. It's too early to bail on a high draft pick at wide receiver. Whiteside could turn out to be an absolute stud. I would not be down for this trade, and I don't see it happening at all. There's been 0 rumors. We'll do one more here. Eagle Fly. In your opinion, who's the greatest Eagle of all time? Okay, this is too easy. Like, you just say Reggie White, right? That's the easy answer. I like to go for my lifetime, right? So I'm born in 96. I'm 24 years old, so I kind of got the past 2 decades of the Eagles in terms of my favorite player during that time. He wasn't the greatest player, but I'm going to say Brian Westbrook was my favorite player on Philadelphia growing up because he could just do it all. He was a zero-issue guy in the locker room. He was a great teammate, a great leader, and again, he was a multi-purpose back in the day when multi-purpose backs were not as common as they were now. And a lot of backs couldn't catch the football out of the backfield. They were one-dimensional players who could just run the ball. I know there were a lot of, dual-threat guys back then, but still, Westbrook was, to me, ahead of his time. He was fantastic. Have his jersey, especially whenever I was growing up. Big fan of Brian Westbrook. He would say probably the greatest Eagle of my generation, but the easy answer there obviously is Reggie White. Let me know what you guys think, though, in the comment section down below. There you go. All the time we have for today here on this edition of our Philadelphia Eagles Now Mailbag. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, as I know you guys always do. Give it a thumbs up. All the time we have for today on Philadelphia Eagles Now. I'm your host, Thomas Mott, signing off for the rest of your day.